You saw the price. You clicked Book. You entered your card, and then, right there, at the last screen before Confirm, the number changed. Not by $1, not by 5, sometimes by 50%, sometimes by double, and you paid it anyway. Every single person watching this video has done exactly that, and today we explain why. Hotel advertised, $89. Hotel you paid, $188. Airline ticket advertised, $49. Airline ticket at checkout, $247. Concert ticket face value, $65. Ticketmaster total, $114. Car rental advertised, $29 a day. Car rental at counter, $73 a day. Same product, same seat, same room, same car. The price you saw was never the price they meant to charge you. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what drip pricing is, where it came from, and why it works on almost everyone, including people who know it's happening. You'll know the specific fees charged by the specific companies responsible for the largest gaps between advertised and actual price. And you'll have 3 tools that let you see the real total before you commit. Stay with me. This one hits differently because you've already lived it. Let's define the term precisely, because precision matters here. Drip pricing is a pricing strategy in which a seller advertises only a portion of the total price of a product, and then reveals additional mandatory charges incrementally during the purchase process. The word drip is deliberate. The additional costs drip in one by one, each small enough to feel manageable. The cumulative total only visible at the moment you're least likely to abandon the transaction. It is not an accident of billing. It is a designed consumer experience. And here is the scale of what we're talking about. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau estimated that Americans pay over $65 billion annually in what they formally categorize as junk fees. Charges that are either unexpected, unclear, or disproportionate to any service actually rendered. The hotel industry alone collects an estimated $3 billion per year in resort fees specifically. Ticketmaster collects more revenue from fees than from its core ticketing business in some revenue reporting periods. $65 billion, paid without fully understanding what you're paying for. To understand how drip pricing became the dominant consumer pricing architecture across 5 industries simultaneously, we need to go back to 1978, the Airline Deregulation Act. Before 1978, airline ticket prices were set by the Civil Aeronautics Board, a federal body that approved fares and effectively prevented price competition. Deregulation removed federal price controls, and airlines immediately began competing on the advertised base fare, driving base fares down dramatically. But the revenue had to come from somewhere, and starting in the 1980s, it started coming from fees that weren't in the advertised price. The airline industry invented the modern hidden fee architecture. Every other industry was taking notes. Now, the behavioral economics. Because drip pricing is not just a pricing trick, it is a precision application of 3 specific psychological principles that have been documented, studied, and refined for 4 decades. Principle 1. Sunk cost commitment. By the time fees appear, you've invested time, mental energy, and emotional anticipation into the purchase. Abandoning it feels like a loss. Principle 2. Decision fatigue. After navigating booking selections, dates, room types, and upgrades, your resistance to additional charges is measurably lower than it was when you started. Principle 3. The comparison problem. Fees appear in isolation, not as a percentage of the total, making each one feel smaller than it is. And here is the specific mechanism that makes the hotel version of this so elegant as a piece of consumer psychology. When you search for a hotel, the search result shows the base room rate. You click through, Spend time reading reviews, looking at photos, checking amenities, selecting your room type. By the time you reach the payment page, you have invested 5 to 15 minutes of active decision-making energy into this specific hotel. The resort fee appears on the payment page, not on the search result, not on the room selection page, on the payment page. When your cognitive commitment is at its highest and your switching cost feels at its greatest, the resort fee has a specific origin story worth knowing. The first documented resort fees appeared in Las Vegas casino hotels in the late 1990s, charged as a bundled amenity fee covering pool access, gym access, and in-room internet. They were presented as optional upgrades. They were not optional. You paid them whether you used the amenities or not. The strategy worked, measurably increasing revenue without requiring the hotel to raise its advertised rate. And by the mid-2000s, major hotel chains across the country had adopted it. The fee that started in Las Vegas as a billing ambiguity became a standard industry line item in under a decade. Ticketmaster's fee structure deserves its own analysis because it represents the most complete evolution of the drip pricing architecture, where the fee has become so embedded in the revenue model that it is now larger than the core product margin in some reporting periods. Ticketmaster charges a service fee, an order processing fee, a facility charge passed through from the venue, and, if you want to print your own ticket at home rather than have it delivered, a delivery fee. For printing, on your own printer, using your own paper, and your own ink. The face value of the ticket is what the artist receives. The fees, which can equal 40 to 60% of face value, are what Ticketmaster and the venue keep. Airlines have turned ancillary fees, the industry term for fees separate from the base fare, into one of the largest revenue streams in the history of commercial aviation. In 2023, U.S. airlines collectively collected approximately $7.5 billion in baggage fees alone. Spirit Airlines generates more revenue per passenger from ancillary fees than from its base fare. The base fare is, in effect, a loss leader, a below-cost price designed to win the search result comparison, with the actual margin captured in fees that appear after the search click. And the fees have a specific sequencing designed to maximize capture. Bag fees appear at seat selection. Seat selection fees appear at checkout. Checkout fees appear at payment. Car rental is the industry where the drip pricing architecture has its most theatrical expression, the counter upsell. You booked your car online at $29 a day. You arrive at the counter after a long flight. The agent runs through 5 additional products in rapid sequence: loss damage waiver, personal accident insurance, roadside protection, premium emergency roadside service, and prepaid fuel. Each is presented as a separate decision. Each defaults to yes unless you specifically decline. Each is priced per day. And the counter agent's presentation speed and sequencing is specifically trained to reduce your ability to calculate the cumulative daily total in real time. And then there's the digital category, streaming services and subscription platforms, where the drip pricing equivalent is the dark pattern. A dark pattern is a user interface design choice specifically engineered to guide users toward unintended or undesired actions. Common examples: the free trial that requires a credit card and auto-renews without a reminder, the cancellation flow that requires navigating 4 separate confirmation screens before you're actually canceled, the subscription that downgrades your tier without notice when a promotional rate expires. These are not UX oversights. The Federal Trade Commission published a specific report in 2022 documenting that major streaming platforms employed these techniques deliberately and named specific companies by name. The federal government has been trying to address drip pricing for over a decade, with limited but real results. The Department of Transportation banned hidden airline fees in 2012, requiring full fare advertising that includes all mandatory taxes and fees in the advertised price. That rule measurably reduced price confusion in airline search results. In 2022, the Biden administration launched a specific anti-junk fee initiative, directing multiple federal agencies, including the CFPB, FTC, and DOT, to investigate and regulate hidden fees across industries. The FTC proposed a comprehensive junk fees rule in 2023. The hotel industry lobbied aggressively against it. The rule's implementation has been uneven and contested. The fees remain. Quick pause. I want the receipts. Literally. What's the biggest gap between what you were advertised and what you actually paid? Hotel? Airline? Ticketmaster? Car rental? Streaming? Tell me the advertised price, the final price, and where the gap came from. Drop it in the comments right now. And if you found a way to beat these fees consistently, share it. Because the tools section is coming up, and I want to add your method to the conversation. Let's name names. Marriott International, the largest hotel company in the world by number of properties, was sued by the District of Columbia Attorney General in 2019, specifically for resort fee practices. The suit alleged that Marriott's advertising of room rates was deceptive because mandatory resort fees were not included in the displayed price, misleading consumers about the true cost of the room. Marriott settled in 2022, paying $950,000 and agreeing to display total prices more prominently. And then, in 2023, resumed collecting resort fees that in many properties still do not appear in the initial search result price. The settlement changed the disclosure, not the fee. Airbnb deserves specific analysis because its fee architecture is a masterclass in drip pricing at a platform scale. Airbnb's default search display shows the nightly rate. Cleaning fees, which can range from $20 to over $500 per stay, appear only at checkout after you've selected your dates, your property, and committed your search time. In 2022, following widespread consumer complaints and significant negative press coverage, Airbnb introduced a total price display option. It was not the default. The default remained the per-night rate. Airbnb's cleaning fee revenue has been estimated at over $1 billion annually. The fee that a host originally charged to cover actual cleaning costs has become a platform-scale profit architecture. Ticketmaster's parent company, Live Nation Entertainment, is the most complete example of fee extraction through vertical integration in the entertainment industry. Live Nation owns Ticketmaster, the primary ticketing platform. It owns or manages over 200 concert venues in the United States. It manages many of the artists who perform at those venues. And through exclusive venue ticketing contracts, it ensures that events at its venues can only be ticketed through Ticketmaster, which means the artist, the venue, the ticketing platform, and the fee collection system are all owned by the same company. The Department of Justice filed an antitrust suit against Live Nation in 2024, seeking to break up the company. The fees, for now, continue. Spirit Airlines and Frontier Airlines represent the most explicit version of the drip pricing airline model because they have made the unbundling architecture explicit as a brand proposition. The base fare at Spirit and Frontier includes a seat and nothing else. A personal item under the seat in front of you, free. A carry-on bag, $65 to $100. A checked bag, $50 to $70. A seat with more than the minimum legroom, $15 to $95 extra. The advertised fare and the total fare are designed to be different, and Spirit has been transparent about this in investor communications, describing the model as unbundled pricing that allows fare-sensitive customers to self-select into the price point that works for them. The resort fee industry has a specific geography and a specific tier structure worth understanding. Resort fees are highest in 3 market clusters: Las Vegas, where fees of $40 to $55 per night are standard even at properties with no resort amenities; Miami Beach, where destination fees average $30 to $45, and Hawaii, where resort fees can reach $65 to $85 per night at major chain properties. The hotels most aggressively using these fees are not boutique independents. They are the major branded chains: Hilton, Marriott, Hyatt, and IHG, the brands whose loyalty program members are most committed and least likely to switch based on a fee revealed at checkout. The streaming industry's version of drip pricing is the subscription escalation pattern, and Amazon Prime is the most documented case. Amazon Prime launched at $79 per year in 2005. It is now $139 per year, a 76% increase over the original price. Each increase has been announced with sufficient notice to be technically compliant with consumer protection rules. And each increase has been followed by subscriber growth, because by the time the price increases, the subscriber's Prime dependency, next-day delivery, video streaming, music, photo storage, has made the switching cost effectively prohibitive. The price went up, you stayed. That was always the plan. And I want to give you one quote from a genuine industry insider that I think is the single most honest thing ever publicly said about the resort fee model. In 2017, a hotel industry consultant named Bjorn Hanson, speaking to USA Today, described the resort fee dynamic this way: "The goal is to have the lowest possible rate when someone searches, and to capture additional revenue later in the booking process when the consumer is least likely to abandon the transaction." He was not condemning the practice. He was describing it as sound strategy. That description is worth reading twice. 3 tools. Tool 1. Use the total price display wherever it exists, and know where it doesn't. Google Hotels has a total price toggle that includes taxes and fees in the displayed rate. Use it every search. Airbnb introduced a total price display option in 2023. Make it your default. For flights, Google Flights displays the total all-in fare including taxes in its base comparison view. Kayak has a total price mode. Expedia does not consistently include resort fees in displayed totals. It remains one of the least transparent major OTAs for hotel fee disclosure. Tool 2. Resort fee databases. There are 2 specific resources that aggregate known resort fee amounts by hotel property, allowing you to see the full cost before you book. ResortFeeChecker.com catalogs resort fees at thousands of properties and updates them regularly. The website HotelFeeChecker.com serves a similar function. For Marriott specifically, Marriott's own website now discloses resort fees on the property detail page following the 2022 DC settlement, but you must scroll to the About This Property section. It is not in the search result or the primary room selection view. It is there. You must go looking. Tool 3 is the only one that costs $0 and requires 0 additional websites. It is a mental framework I call the double-check pause. Before you hit confirm on any booking, hotel, flight, concert, car rental, streaming sign-up, pause for 10 seconds and ask 3 questions. 1. Is this the total price including all mandatory fees? 2. What is this company's specific fee history in this category? Have I looked it up? 3. What would this same product cost if I booked directly with the hotel, airline, or venue rather than through a third-party platform? 10 seconds, 3 questions, 1 pause, before every confirm. And a 4th tool that doesn't require a separate header but deserves explicit mention: direct booking. For hotels specifically, booking directly through the hotel's own website rather than through an OTA like Expedia or Hotels.com often produces a lower total cost because many hotels offer a best rate guarantee for direct bookings, and because the hotel retains the OTA commission margin, sometimes passing a portion back to the customer as a free upgrade, complimentary breakfast, or straight rate reduction. The resort fee still exists. but the base rate below it is often lower when you remove the OTA from the chain. 4 tools. Fast. 1. Total Price Display Toggle. Google Hotels, Airbnb, Google Flights. Use it before every comparison. 2. Resort Fee Databases. Resortfeechecker.com before every hotel booking. 3. The Double Check Pause. 10 seconds, 3 questions, before every confirm. 4. Direct booking for hotels. Remove the OTA. Check the hotel's own site. The fees don't disappear, but the gap between what you expected to pay and what you actually pay gets significantly smaller. That gap is the entire game. Now you know how to close it. Let's close the loop on why this system persists despite being widely understood, widely criticized, and subject to ongoing regulatory challenge. The answer is measurement. Drip pricing measurably increases revenue. The behavioral economics research is unambiguous. Consumers who see a low advertised price and encounter fees at checkout complete the purchase at a higher rate and at a higher total price than consumers who see the accurate total price up front. The advertised price wins the click. The behavioral commitment closes the transaction. As long as that measurement holds, and it does, the incentive to change the system is contained entirely within the regulatory environment, not the market. And here's what 7 episodes confirms as a pattern so consistent it functions like a law. Paint, glasses, mattresses, beer, store brands, prescription drugs, hidden fees. 7 industries, 7 completely different products and price points, 7 completely different historical origins. And every single time, the same architecture. A price you can see, a system you can't. Consolidation at the top, extraction in the middle, and a consumer who pays more than they expected for longer than they realized in a market that looks competitive from the outside and isn't. Final summary. Fast. 1. Drip pricing is the deliberate practice of advertising a partial price and revealing mandatory additional fees late in the booking process when consumer commitment is highest. 2. Americans pay over $65 billion annually in fees that the CFPB formally categorizes as junk fees. 3. The behavioral science behind drip pricing is 40 years old, well documented, and specifically applied. Sunk cost commitment, decision fatigue, and comparison isolation are the 3 operating mechanisms. 4. Marriott, Airbnb, Live Nation, Spirit Airlines, and Amazon Prime are the most documented practitioners of the architecture in their respective categories. 5. Regulatory response has been real but slow. The DOT 2012 Airline Rule worked. The FTC 2023 Junk Fees Rule is contested. 6. The market incentive to use drip pricing is unambiguous. It measurably increases revenue on every metric. Only regulation changes the system. 7. You have 4 tools: total price toggles, resort fee databases, the double check pause, and direct booking. The fees don't disappear when you use these tools. The gap between what you expected and what you pay does. That gap is all they had. Episode 8. And this next one is going to make you look at every gym membership, every software subscription, every cell phone plan, and every insurance policy you currently pay for differently, because we're going into the world of the subscription economy and the loyalty trap. We're going to explain why companies spend 3 to 5 times more acquiring a new customer than keeping an existing one, and then charge the existing customer more. We're going to name the specific pricing strategy called loyalty penalty pricing, and we're going to show you exactly how much it's costing you right now. If this video gave you something, the tools, the framework, the specific names of the companies doing this, or just the vocabulary to describe something you've been experiencing for years without being able to name it, hit subscribe and hit the bell. And share this specifically with someone who is currently planning a trip, booking a concert, or about to sign up for a free trial. Because the moment to use these tools is before you hit confirm, not after. That's the entire point. See you next week. One specific ask before you go. Think of one person in your life who is currently planning a trip, hotel, flight, or rental car. Text them this video before they book. The double check pause and the total price toggle take 10 seconds to apply. If those 10 seconds save them $50 or $100 on a single booking, and they will, that is a real and immediate outcome. That's not a YouTube metric. That's money back in their pocket. Send it.